Welcome back to Narrations. Some mothers prepare their daughters for the future. Some let them go. And some are forced to confront their own past, right when their daughter is ready to begin a new life. Tonight's story is about love, timing, and the unexpected ways life brings people back together. This is Mother of the Bride. It's about second chances, about letting go, and about a mother who realizes her story isn't over yet. Lana's life is structured. Not perfectly, but intentionally. She has built it that way. After years of raising her daughter Emma on her own, she has created a version of stability that feels earned. Her home is organized, her work as a successful doctor gives her purpose, and her routine reflects someone who has learned how to manage everything without depending on anyone else. Independence is not just a trait for Lana. It is her identity. Emma, on the other hand, is different. Younger, freer, more open to change. She has spent time traveling, exploring, living in ways that feel less controlled and more spontaneous. While Lana values structure, Emma values experience. And yet, despite these differences, their relationship is close. Built on years of shared life, mutual respect, and a quiet understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses. When Emma returns home after being away, Lana is genuinely happy. There is warmth in their reunion. Familiarity. But also curiosity. Because Emma feels different. More certain. More grounded. And soon, Lana understands why. Emma is engaged. The news comes quickly. Unexpectedly. And for a moment, Lana doesn't react. Not because she isn't happy, but because she is processing. Her daughter, the person she has spent years protecting, guiding, raising, is now stepping into a completely new life. Marriage. Commitment. A future that no longer revolves around her. She smiles. Supports. Listens. But internally, something shifts. A quiet realization. This is a moment of letting go. Emma invites Lana to the wedding. Not just as a guest, but as someone deeply involved. The wedding will take place at a tropical resort, beautiful, distant, almost dreamlike. A setting that feels far removed from the structured life Lana is used to. And as they travel there together, the atmosphere begins to change. The location itself feels like a different world. Open. Relaxed. Unpredictable. A place where routines don't hold the same power. At first, Lana tries to maintain control. She focuses on details. Schedules. Plans. Making sure everything is organized. Because that is what she knows. But then she meets him. Emma's fiancé's father. And in an instant the past returns. He is not just a stranger. He is someone Lana once knew. Loved. A long time ago. Before her life became what it is now. Before responsibilities took over. Before she built the version of herself she now depends on. Their reunion is not dramatic. It is quiet. Filled with recognition. With memories that surface slowly. With emotions that were never fully resolved. For Lana, this is unsettling. Because it disrupts the narrative she has created for her life. She has moved on. She has built something stable. She has accepted the choices she made. But now, standing in front of him, she is reminded of a version of herself she has not thought about in years. A younger version. Less controlled. More open. More uncertain. Their interactions begin cautiously. Polite. Measured. But beneath that, there is tension. Not conflict. But awareness. Of what was. Of what could have been. At the same time, wedding preparations continue. Emma is excited. Happy. Fully immersed in her future. She does not carry the same weight of history. For her, this is a beginning. For Lana, it is something more complicated. The contrast becomes clear. Emma moves forward easily. Lana looks back. And somewhere in between, she begins questioning something she had never allowed herself to question before. What if her story didn't end where she thought it did? The resort begins to feel smaller. Not physically, but emotionally. Because now, Lana cannot move through it without being aware of him. Every shared space, the dining area, the beach, the pathways between rooms, carries the possibility of running into someone who belongs to a part of her life she thought was over. At first, she avoids him. Not openly, but subtly. Choosing different timings. Keeping conversations brief. Staying focused on wedding arrangements. Because it feels safer to remain in control. But avoidance doesn't last. Eventually, they begin talking. Not about the past immediately, but about neutral things. The wedding. Their children. Life in general. And slowly, the familiarity returns. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, but in a way that feels natural. As if no time has passed at all. And that is what makes it unsettling. Because if something can feel this familiar after so many years, it means it was never fully gone. Their conversations deepen. The past begins to surface. They talk about what happened, why things ended, the choices they made, the paths they took separately. There is no blame, no dramatic confrontation, just understanding. Two people looking back at a time when they were different, when life moved in ways they could not control. For Lana, this becomes something more than nostalgia. It becomes reflection. She begins seeing her life not just as a series of responsibilities, but as a series of decisions. Some chosen, some forced. And she realizes that in building stability, she may have also closed herself off from certain possibilities. At the same time, the wedding preparations begin creating their own emotional tension. Emma is fully immersed in her happiness. But she starts noticing something in her mother. A shift. Subtle. But present. And eventually she asks, "What's going on?" The conversation between them is quiet. Honest. Lana doesn't hide the truth. She explains. Not everything. But enough. About who this man is. About what he meant to her. And Emma listens. Not with judgment, but with curiosity. Because for the first time, she is seeing her mother not just as a parent, but as a person. Someone with a past. With emotions. With unfinished stories. This changes their dynamic. The relationship becomes more equal. More open. More real. Emma begins encouraging Lana. Not directly pushing her, but gently reminding her that life doesn't stop at a certain point. That it is okay to feel something again. That it is okay to want something again. Meanwhile, the connection between Lana and him continues growing. Through shared moments. Walks. Conversations that stretch longer than expected. Laughter that feels easy. There is a lightness that Lana has not felt in years. But along with that comes fear. Because opening herself to this again means risking something. It means stepping out of the life she has carefully controlled. It means accepting uncertainty. And she is not sure she is ready for that. As the wedding approaches, the emotional tension reaches its peak. Everything is happening at once. Emma is preparing to step into her future. Lana is being pulled back into her past. And both of them are standing at a point where something has to change. On the night before the wedding, Lana and him have a final conversation. Not planned. Not dramatic. But necessary. They acknowledge what is between them. Not as something that needs to be defined immediately. But as something real. Something that still exists. And in that moment, Lana makes a quiet decision. Not about him. But about herself. She chooses not to shut the door again. The wedding day arrives. Beautiful. Bright. Filled with celebration. Emma walks forward with confidence, ready for her new life. And Lana watches. Not with sadness, but with acceptance. With pride. With the understanding that letting go does not mean losing. It means allowing. After the ceremony, as everything settles, Lana stands in a moment of stillness. And she realizes something simple. Her life is not divided into past and present. It is continuous. And there is still space for something new. Mother of the Bride is not just about a wedding. It is about timing. About how life can bring people back together when they are ready. And about understanding that motherhood is not the end of your story. It is just one part of it. Sometimes, letting your children go forward allows you to move forward too. If you enjoyed listening to this narration, please like, share, and subscribe for more movie stories. I'll see you in the next one.